Good morning, wet shavers, coffee lovers, and podcast listeners everywhere. It's Mark with Georgetoon.com. It's time for another second cup. So grab a cup of coffee, kick back, relax, put in those earbuds, adjust that speaker volume, and let's talk some wet shaving and a few other things in podcast form. What is Second Cup? Second Cup is a podcast that will give you some additional information that didn't make the Monday morning mailbag deadline. This might be something that is time sensitive. For instance, a sale that could be ending before the next Monday morning mailbag airs, or a piece of late-breaking information that viewers have passed along that is equally time sensitive, or something else regarding the wet shaving world that needs to be broadcast in a timely fashion. And we'll also have some time to chit-chat and discuss some other things like coffee, movies, streaming shows, books, that sort of thing. So thanks for tuning in to Second Cup, and I hope you subscribe to the podcast, where you can also find episodes of the Monday Morning Mailbag in podcast form. I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me. We'll get the show underway in just a moment. Thanks for joining me. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the April 28th, 2025 episode of Second Cup. Great to be here with you this morning. Hang on 1 minute. Let me get a sip of cup of coffee here. A sip of cup of coffee? Let me get a sip of my coffee here. Hang on 1 minute. Oh, yeah. And this morning we are enjoying, courtesy of viewer Rob Miller, Blackout Coffee Company's Smooth Finish. This is a light roast. We featured it, I think, last March on the Monday Morning Mailbag and also Second Cup. Boy, this is a delightful brew of coffee. Really like this one a lot. And I selected it because Smooth Finish is what I'm experiencing for my weekend. Just having a nice smooth finish to what was a wonderful whirlwind weekend with the Maggard meetup. And we'll be talking about all of that in today's Second Cup episode. So I hope you got a cup of coffee and are enjoying it with me this morning. Hang on 1 minute, one more sip. This is great. Oh yeah, that is really, really good. Again, Blackout Coffee Company, Smooth Finish, light roast. I got the ground coffee here. A big thank you to viewer Rob Miller for that. Thank you very, very much, Rob. So you probably saw in the Monday Morning Mailbag, we had a highlight reel that lasted far longer than I thought it would. I had blocked off maybe 10 or 12 minutes for a highlight reel for the Monday Morning Mailbag, thinking I was probably going to get away with a show that was going to be maybe an hour and 15 minutes. And I had so much great material from the Maggard meetup, met so many great fellow wet shavers, and spoke with so many wonderful, talented artisans there. It was just, I wanted to include it all. So that's why it ran longer. And I still have more that I wanted to include in a second highlight reel because we didn't get everyone included there. There are some other folks there that we did not include. And we also have some great still photos that viewers have sent along to the channel that I'm receiving. I received late last night and also this morning that I want to also include in kind of a photo montage. I'm going to have to figure that out this week and get that all put together because there was so much going on there. It was a really, really terrific meetup. If you've never been to the Maggard meetup, I highly, highly recommend it. It is absolutely wonderful. And it was great seeing everyone there. Now, here was my adventure at the start of this, as I mentioned in the highlight reel. Friday afternoon on my way home from work, I noticed my temperature gauge was getting up there. It wasn't spiking at the hot level, but it was getting real close. And I thought, uh-oh, do I have a problem with my coolant, my radiator, something like that? My car is getting kind of long in the tooth. So I took it by my mechanic, a gentleman named Terry who owns Quality Tire in Chardon, Ohio, and he is fabulous. He's a wonderful, wonderful mechanic. He really, really knows his stuff. And luckily, when I pulled in, Looks like he was kind of done for the day or relaxing between jobs or something like that. He was in the office with one of his employees, and I asked him, "Hey, can you look at my car?" He said, "Sure, sure." So he went over everything and checked the coolant and checked my fan to make sure that secondary cooling fan was going to be kicking on, and he really went through everything, checked the oil, checked everything, and came away with, "Okay, Mark, it looks like it's going to be okay. I think you'll be fine. I think a temperature gauge is probably malfunctioning a little bit. So that's probably not giving you an accurate reading. I think the car is going to be running cool." He said, "But here's what you do if it starts running a little warm while you're on the turnpike." And he gave me some do's and some don'ts about what to do along the way. Now, I said, "Okay." And he said, "Look, it'll be fine. You're going to get there and back, no problem at all." So knowing that, I was a little more confident in making the trip. I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning, had a great shave with my Timeless Razor bronze razor, and I used Arion and Evans Matcha Tea shave soap. And then 8 o'clock, I was out the door and on my way. And on the Ohio Turnpike, about, I would say a little more than halfway on the turnpike, I noticed the needle starting to go up a little bit. And I took, I did a couple of things that he suggested, and the temperature came down. And then probably at the halfway point, all of a sudden, the gauge just leveled off in a really nice, cool position. And I didn't worry about it for the rest of the trip. And by the time I got to Adrian, Michigan, the car was still running nice and cool. I gassed up before going to the Maggard Razor store. And after getting gas, I arrived and I had a great time. And then I made my usual stop at Culver's on my way home and had a great burger there. Boy, that place is great. And one person there waiting in line told me this is the place to eat in Adrian, Michigan. And he is absolutely right. I love Culver's. So if you've never been there, you got to try it. It really is terrific. And I drove all the way home without a hitch. The car ran nice and cool all the way home. I was really, really happy about that. So I got home about 7:30 and then immediately sat down to gather up all the footage and all the photos that I took and put everything together. And I started editing. Now, here was the process that I went through. I already had the majority of the Monday morning mailbag recorded and edited. I did that late into Friday night so that when I turned in probably about midnight or so, the Monday morning mailbag was all edited, and all I had to do was take the highlight reel and just drop it in and then render that and upload, and I was done. So when I arrived back home at 7:30 in the evening, I had all that video footage and all those photos, and I went about editing that section for the Monday morning mailbag, and it ended up being much longer than I thought. And I didn't complete all my editing until midnight. So midnight, I finally wrapped things up. And then Sunday morning, which is when I got up this morning, I'm well into the afternoon now recording this. Sunday morning, I got up, I went to mass, went to church, came back, had some breakfast, did a little bit of tweaking on the edits, rendered it, uploaded it, and made sure that all the timestamps were there and all the links and all that sort of thing, and converted it to the Monday Morning Mailbag audio only podcast. And now we are recording Second Cup, and we're going to wrap up the weekend with Second Cup. So that's kind of how things went for me this weekend. It's been an absolute delight and pleasure putting these shows together for you. So thank you very much for taking the time and tuning in. I had an absolute blast at the Maggard meetup. It was so great seeing everyone there and speaking with all the artisans and I learned a lot from everyone there and also from the artisans. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that we came away with from the Maggard meetup, because it really was terrific. And once again, if you've never been there, make plans for 2026, because it really is a terrific meetup. And if you saw the highlight reel, Brad Maggard said there were about $7,000 in door prizes. How about that? Yeah, it was a great time. So we're going to talk about it here this morning a little bit. So let's pay a few bills and we'll get the show underway in just a moment. Well, the first thing I wanted to share with you this morning, and we'll be showing this on the Monday morning mailbag this coming week here. This is from Greg Mensinger. Greg came in from Pennsylvania, and he brought along and gifted the channel this delightful Avon Super Shaver. This is Avon Spicy Aftershave Lotion in a large replica of a safety razor. I mean, I've got the box right here. This is absolutely delightful. The aftershave is contained in a long, slender bottle that is shaped like a safety razor handle, complete with an end knob and knurling right on the glass. And then you have a companion safety razor head made in plastic that goes right on top of the cap of the aftershave bottle, and it just inserts. I don't know if you can hear that. It just inserts like that, and it looks like a giant safety razor, but it's an aftershave bottle. This is wonderful. A big, big thank you to Greg for his very, very thoughtful gift to the channel. This is absolutely fantastic. I love this, and you can use the razor head as a cap and unscrew that cap there off of the bottle and the scent. Oh, that's a that's a marvelous scent. Love this. Really, really terrific. It's somewhat close to the Avon Wild Country, although it's not exact, but it's in that ballpark. I love this scent. And again, a really, really terrific item that we're going to be showing and discussing on the Monday morning mailbag. It is, it's in the highlight reel, just as we kick off the highlight reel right there at the beginning. So check it out, and you'll get a good look at it. And it's contained here in an original box. And I don't know where he got this, but my gosh, Greg, that was very, very thoughtful of you. Thank you very, very much. Now, I want to mention this before I forget. Tom Donnarumma very, very generously donated a couple of items for upcoming giveaways, and absolutely wonderful. I'm not going to let you know what it is right now. I want to kind of announce it when we do the giveaway. I'm just going to try to schedule that. And I think it's going to be a really, really terrific giveaway. So my thanks to Tom Donnarumma for very generously giving these items to the channel for a giveaway. Tom, thank you very, very much. Also, we have another item that was very, very kindly and generously donated by viewer Larry Napier. Larry, thank you very, very much. He donated something that also is spectacular. So look for a couple of giveaways down the road here sometime, sponsored by Tom Donnarumma and Larry Napier. Gentlemen, thank you very, very much. We'll have more details on that when we get the giveaway scheduled on, and announced on the Monday morning mailbag, that sort of thing. So again, Tom Donnarumma, Larry Napier, thank you very, very much. Now, last year at the Maggard meetup, I had a chance to speak with Peter Sharkalis, but I didn't get him on camera. And I had a couple of photographs, and I dropped those into the highlight reel, and I talked about what he had there, but I didn't have any video footage of him talking on camera. Well, this year, I made sure to meet with Peter Sharkalis and just turn the camera over to him and have him explain what he what he had at his table, and he did not disappoint. He showed us some new shave soaps, aftershave splashes, and a new shave cream in a metal tube, which is just fabulous. And I went ahead and purchased the shave soap and the aftershave splash. I also have here the shave cream and the splash for that. Let's talk about the shave soap. First of all, this is the Danielle Maulu Latte e Menta. Boy, is this scent marvelous. It's refined, it's gentlemanly, it's sophisticated, it's perfect for an evening night out. It comes in a glass jar, as you probably saw in the highlight reel. It is a marvelous, marvelous scent. Oh boy, this is really multi-layered, very sophisticated, very refined. This is terrific. And the thing that really impresses me about it is that the boxing, the packaging is top notch. This will make a great gift for Father's Day and for graduates. Really, you've got to check this item out. Again, this is Latte e Menta, and I don't know if I've pronounced that correctly, but it is the Danielle Maulu collection, handcrafted by Ariana and Evans. The box has gold highlights, and it's a hinged box. It flips open, and packed in some nice cushion is the actual glass jar of the shave soap with this beautiful pattern on the tin lid. It really is a marvelous presentation. And the aftershave splash comes in an equally nice box. But here's the thing. It's a beautiful, large glass bottle, and it's 8 ounces of the aftershave splash. Let me just get it out of here, out of the wrapper here. Yeah, this is, wow, it's 8 ounces. Let me just, 8.5, it looks like it's 8.5 fluid ounces. That is wonderful. Let me just double check that here. Hang on 1 minute. Oh yeah, that's it, 8.5 fluid ounces. And again, it's a beautiful glass bottle. The shave soap and the glass bottle will look great on the counter in anyone's shaving den. It's just a really, really beautiful, brilliant presentation. So if you're looking for a great gift for Father's Day or for the graduate in your life, and they do the traditional wet shave, or you want to introduce them to the traditional wet shave, boy, oh boy, you cannot go wrong with this marvelous, marvelous shave soap and aftershave splash combination. Really, really terrific. Again, this is the Danielle Maulu collection, Latte e Menta. An absolutely fabulous, fabulous scent. Really, really like it a lot. Also, he has introduced shaving cream in these metal tubes. And I have here their sandalwood. The sandalwood is just a beautiful scent. It's a really, really smooth, refined sandalwood scent. You may have heard me mention that in the highlight reel. And we also have the aftershave splash here. So that is a really nice change of pace for anyone shaved in to have shaving cream in this really, really nice metallic tube. And it's, he was saying that he's packaging all these tubes by hand. He has a machine coming that will allow him to do that. But I'm really looking forward to reviewing the sandalwood, because it's a marvelous sandalwood scent. Again, it's smoother and more refined than most sandalwoods that I've experienced in the shave den. So really looking forward to that. So those are some of the highlights from Peter Sharkalis and Ariana and Evans, and that's what we have here in the shave den that we'll be talking about in an upcoming morning mailbag, and we'll get these reviewed as well. So check out Ariana and Evans for both of these. They're absolutely wonderful. Now, another Peter Wolf of Wolf Whiskers, was there with his daughter Catherine, and they were selling that beautiful, legendary Wolf Whiskers shaving brush. And as I had related in the highlight reel, Mark Bagwell was scolding me last year for not buying a Wolf Whiskers shaving brush when I was at the Maggard meetup. And I said, well, I'll just order it online. He said, no, Mark, you got to get on a waiting list and they're in high demand. He's right there. Next year, buy one. And I made a point of it. So I did get a couple of shaving brushes from Wolf Whiskers. And the one I selected that was there, now he had a new system. Let me just back up. He had a new system where he had some brushes there that were complete that you could purchase, or you could select a handle that he had there and then select a knot. And he would sell you the knot and you could affix it yourself, I believe, or he would get the knot back at his shop and glue it in and then ship it to you, that sort of thing. And he said that system was working out very, very well for him this year. So I bought 2 brushes. Now the second brush, he is putting in a Timberwolf brush knot, and that'll be shipped to the channel here after that's completed. But we did come away with a beautiful, beautiful shaving brush that was there. And looking on the inside lid of the brush box, you get the name of the brush and the handle shape and the color design and that sort of thing. So this is what I selected: the Tamisis. Yeah, it's the Tamisis handle shape. That's what it's called. Now, on the inside lid, it's saying 11 slanted layers of black, white, and shades of gray. I don't think that's what I'm looking at here. So I looked at the receipt, and the receipt has exactly what the color scheme is here. This is the Wolf Whiskers. This is the Wolf Whiskers custom shaving brush, Tamisis. Number 15, Tamisis handle shape, custom color combination, 2 tiers. The top is the Joker color theme with green and violet dribbled into a clear resin base. 28 millimeter Maggard black and white synthetic bulb knot. Now here's the neat thing in all this. The Joker, that's the Joker from the Batman. This color theme here, this is green and violet. The Joker, well, Batman was created by cartoonist Bob Kane. The Joker was created by cartoonist Jerry Robinson while he was working for Bob Kane. Jerry also created Robin the Boy Wonder. How do I know this? I knew Jerry Robinson through the National Cartoonist Society. And I'll never forget, we were sitting at a table and Chris Brown, who drew Hager the Horrible, was there, and Jerry was there. And some Fred Laswell was there, Drew Snuffy Smith, and my brother Dave, my brother Dave, my brother Tom, my nephew Tommy. They were all there at that particular Reuben weekend. And Dave and I were walking by the table, and they said, "Hey, Mark, come on over." And we sat down. Dave and I sat down, and Jerry was talking about his career, and he was saying, "Oh yeah, I created the Joker, and I created the Robin the Boy Wonder," and he was talking about the process of how he created those characters. And my brother Dave's eyes just went like saucers, like, oh my gosh. So this is a really neat surprise to have the Joker color scheme in this particular shaving brush, because this reminds me of the late, great Jerry Robinson. What a talented cartoonist he was. What a gentleman he was. It was always great seeing him. So whenever I look at this brush, I'm going to think of Jerry. So a big, big thank you to Peter Wolf and Catherine at Wolf Whiskers. If you get to the Maggard meetup, get over to their table and get one of their shaving brushes. They are absolutely works of art. Now, I walked in with a big box of shaving gear, and it came from Chris Eikenberry's Shave Den. He sent it to me a few months ago and said, "Mark, could you please piff this to some people out there?" He was going through his his shave den, and as he said, "She who must be obeyed," said he had to thin things out. So he sent along some very, very nice items. And I placed those on the piff table, and as they were being placed on the piff table, and a big thanks again to Chris. And Chris, they were placed on the PIF table at the Magrid meetup, and I'm sure a lot of folks out there enjoyed them. I handed some items to Larry Sablotny and also, I think, Larry Napier. Anyhow, I can't recall, but some really, really good stuff, unopened stuff that a lot of folks are going to enjoy. I can't remember who it was, but they had grabbed something off of the PIF table and they handed it to me, and they go, Mark, here, I saw this on the PIF table, you should have it. And normally when I go to the meetups, I just put things on the PIF table. I don't take anything away from the PIF table. I would prefer that new wet shavers especially have first crack at all that stuff. Anyhow, they handed me a bottle of English leather aftershave, and it comes in that iconic squarish bottle with a big wooden cap. And that is definitely English leather. And they said, Mark, your interest in Avon and the vintage wild country scent and that sort of thing, you should have this. So, okay, so they selected it and they selected it from the PIF table themselves. And then they said, here, you should have it. So, okay, so I gladly accepted it, and we'll show this on the Monday morning mailbag. I figured, you know what, I will accept this because it's something we can talk about on the Monday morning mailbag, and you can get a good look at this. And we'll find out if other folks out there have the similar aftershave, or if they can identify what year this might be from. So maybe it's more recent than I think. Maybe it's a little more vintage. I'm not entirely sure, but it's definitely the iconic English leather bottle from what I can see. So we'll share that with everyone down the road here, or probably, well, not down the road, in the next Monday morning mailbag. That's why I'm going to put that in the show notes. So a big, big thank you to whoever it was that handed me the English leather aftershave bottle here. And we've got about 3/4 filled. So thanks again to them. And we'll show this on the Monday morning mailbag. Now, if you saw the highlight reel, you also saw our conversation with Maria, who is the artisan and owner of Through the Fire Fine Crafts. She makes a really wonderful shaving soap with some really terrific scents that reflect the ever-changing seasons. Of course, we had this discussion about, we asked the question if you change your shaving routine based on the weather changing, and she has a whole line of shave soaps that are seasonal. You could use one for spring, one for summer, one for fall, one for winter, or you can mix and match and use them whenever you want to. But she has something for every day of the year, 365 days a year. Really, really, really delightful approach. And she also does pottery, and she creates these beautiful shaving bowls. Here, I'm just going to move these out of the way. You're going to find out what these are in just a moment. She makes these beautiful, beautiful shaving bowls, and you guessed it, I came away with a couple. I have this really, really nice shaving bowl right here with that is wonderful. It's a beautiful blue color, and it has some nice, I would say some nice, slightly raised areas on the bottom there to help generate a lather. Overall, a nice smooth finish around the inner wall, but a really nice size. And she also had some scuttles. And the scuttle is a very similar size. The scuttle I have here is a very similar size to the shaving bowl that I was just holding. And it fits very comfortably in the hand. And it's a scuttle. You add some hot water and you can make a nice warm lather. And I can hardly wait to show you these. These were really priced well. The shaving bowl was only $20 and the scuttle was $30. Wow. And handmade by Maria herself. So she really is a very, very talented artisan. So get up to Through the Fire Fine Crafts and check out her shaving soaps, check out her pottery. She had a lot of nice items there. And when I saw the shaving bowl and the scuttle, you know what? I decided to go ahead and purchase these so we could talk about them on the Monday morning mailbag and give you another option for a shaving bowl or a scuttle in your shave den. So we'll link them below. My thanks to Maria at Through the Fire Fine Crafts. Whoops, almost forgot. I promised to tell you about these right here. Can you hear those in the shaving bowl? These are little shave scoops. We're going to show these on the Monday morning mailbag. These are little shave scoops. These are pottery samples that Maria had converted into shave scoops so that you can scoop out your shave soap with these. It's like these little pieces of pottery that look like, I guess you could say, rounded guitar picks. And you can use these as a shave soap scoop. Yeah, really, really very, very neat. And I guess she was giving these away, and we came away with some of these. And we'll make sure to include some of these in the upcoming giveaways. These are really, really delightful. So my thanks to Maria at Through the Fire Fine Crafts. Again, if you were at the Maggard meetup, I hope you got one of these. These are really a delightful little item for your shave den. A pottery sample that you can use as a shave soap scoop. So again, thanks to Maria at Through the Fire Fine Crafts. Now, we also talked to Heather of Zingari Man, and she has launched a new shave soap scent called El Cantinero. That's Spanish for the bartender. It's grapefruit, tequila, and lime. If you saw the highlight reel, you saw the wonderful label, and it really promises to be a fantastic scent, especially for summer. I've got a tub of it here. We're going to review it. And again, I love the label. It's got a semi-metallic look to it with a blue and gold kind of color scheme with, it looks like a drink right there on there. Very, very summery. Again, grapefruit, tequila, and lime. It's a Paloma-inspired scent. You know what? Let's crack this open right here because there is a plastic seal on it. So let's, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm cracking that open. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to get this off right now. Here. Okay, there we go. Okay, there it is. It's off. And we're going to unscrew this. Oh, boy. All I can say is, for the summertime, you want this one. Oh, man, I am so looking forward to using this one. Now, I don't have the matching splash, but you know what? Any citrus-based splash that you have will finish this off very, very nicely. But you know what? You want the splash. So, boy, I'm going to review this one. Oh, this is marvelous. This is marvelous from Zingari Man. Their Sego shaving soap, El Cantinero, the bartender, grapefruit, tequila, and lime. It's marvelous. Check it out. We'll have a link to Zingari Man's website. We also picked this up from Zingari Man. This is a shaving brush handle that was made from wood from a 150-year-old barn. Now, Heather explained, and you can see this on the highlights, that the barn was owned by her husband's family. And for whatever reason, they had to tear it down. So they went in and they reclaimed some of that wood, and they had the wood, and they used the wood to make these beautiful, beautiful custom shaving brush handles. And I have one here with this beautiful Manchurian badger knot. And before I rinse it out or clean it or use it, I'm going to show it on the Monday morning mailbag. It is absolutely beautiful. And as she mentioned to me, the wooden handle is sealed in resin, so you can soak it in a sink and that sort of thing, and it should not penetrate into the wood. It really is beautiful. I'm probably just going to soak the bristles though, just to be on the safe side, because it really is a piece of history. It's the 150-year-old barn shaving brush. That's what I'm going to refer to it as. It is really, really a beautiful, beautiful brush. And I think the Manchurian badger knot really complements it quite well. So Really looking forward to showing this one to you firsthand on the Monday Morning Mailbag. It's in the highlight reel today on the Monday Morning Mailbag, the highlight reel of the Maggard meetup. So you'll get a chance to see that shave brush firsthand there, but we're going to show it also on the Monday Morning Mailbag. So a really, really terrific looking shaving brush. And what she didn't sell there at the meetup will be online at the Zaganari Man online store. So again, I look forward to sharing this shaving brush with everyone on the next Monday Morning Mailbag. Now, as I mentioned, after I left Adrian, Michigan, I made it home at about 7:30 p.m. In the evening. And there on my doorstep was a package from Amazon. And I took it inside. And again, I went about editing everything. And in between editing, I took a break and decided, well, I got to open up this package. And Glenn Martin, thank you very much, Glenn. Glenn Martin very, very kindly and generously sent the channel Osage Rub. This is Jerris Osage Rub from Clubman. This is wonderful. It's an invigorating splash for head and face. It's a 14 fluid ounce bottle, very, very generous. And I'm going to open it up here. And oh boy, this has got a real nice kick. Here's the summary from Amazon. Customers find this conditioner refreshing after shower and shave with a strong menthol content that provides cooling relief lasting up to 30 minutes, especially on hot summer days. The product delivers a pleasant tingling sensation with eucalyptus, and customers appreciate its effectiveness in relieving muscle soreness and itchiness from insect bites and sunburn. How about that? So it's doing double duty. It's a great aftershave splash, but it's also great for sore muscles and insect bites. Thank you very much, Glenn. This is really, really fantastic. I'm really looking forward to reviewing this one. Glenn was saying that this is the perfect topper if you're using Parasso Green. So yeah, it's right in that ballpark. Although I think that this one right here, this Osage Rub, I think this is several notches above the Parasso Green aftershave splash, to be honest with you. And the fact that it's good for insect bites during the summertime and muscle soreness, yeah, I'm going to give that a try for sure. So a big thank you to Glenn Martin for very kindly sending this one along to the channel. We're going to show it to you on Monday Morning Mailbag, and we'll also get a review done on it. Osage Rub, Jerris Osage Rub from Clubman. Glenn, thanks again very, very much. Now, before I get out of here, I'm going to recommend a movie. This is a terrific movie. If you like Westerns, I think you're going to like this one a lot. It's kind of developed a cult classic over the years, and it was kind of lukewarm at the box office, but when I first saw it, I loved it. Matter of fact, my late father absolutely loved this Western. It's called Quigley Down Under, and it stars Tom Selleck, Laura San Giacomo, and Alan Rickman. And it's about Matthew Quigley, an American cowboy with a specially modified rifle which can shoot accurately at extraordinary distances. And he answers an ad to go down under to Australia to be hired by an individual down there who needs a sharpshooter at long distances. So he goes down there and he finds out why he's being hired. And well, I won't spoil the rest of the movie for you, but it's a terrific Western taking place in Australia. Tom Selleck is a fantastic cowboy. I like him in all of his cowboy roles, and this is a good one. Alan Rickman is a fantastic bad guy. Oh yeah, by the way, he's the bad guy. And Laura San Giacomo has a really interesting role in this movie as well. It was directed by Simon Windsor, who also directed that fantastic television series, miniseries, Lonesome Dove. So all those elements come together to really bring you a terrific, terrific Western with a bit of a twist because it takes place in Australia. An American cowboy, sort of out of water, but still kind of, like a fish out of water, but still in his element. Oh, love this movie. And I can't remember anything being overly graphic. I can't remember any bad language or anything like that. It is rated PG-13, so there might be some things here and there rather intense, but I don't remember anything that was overly offensive to where I turned away saying, why'd they put that in there? No, it was a terrific movie, and I really enjoyed it. It is rated PG-13, though, just so you know. So check it out from 1990, Quigley Down Under, starring Tom Selleck, Laura San Giacomo, and Alan Rickman, directed by Simon Windsor. And that wraps up another Second Cup. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. I sure hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, please share, please subscribe, and pass it along to a fellow wet shaver or friend. My thanks to everyone who commented and contributed to today's show, and I mean this sincerely. Without you, this microphone would be silent. If Second Cup or the Monday Morning Mailbag aren't showing up in your regular podcast feed, please drop me a line at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and we'll try to get it all sorted out. So again, thank you all very much. I look forward to getting together with you again on these podcast airwaves. Until then, enjoy the day, enjoy your shave, and enjoy that Second Cup.